Hello and welcome. My name is Anthony Tippy, and today I am going to show you how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Anthony, I know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But do you? Do you know how to make it to the best of your ability? Do you know how to make it so that it will be utterly and completely satisfying and delicious? That is what we're going to find out today, and I hoped to show you some tips and tricks. So first of all, obviously, you got to start with some crust. You got to start with some bread, right? Now, we all know what bread is. There's obviously a bunch of different types of bread, so you're maybe thinking, what kind of bread do I get? Do I get sourdough bread? Do I get wheat bread? Do I get rye bread? Do I get one of the breads with the nuts in it? I don't know. My opinion is I would say you need to put whatever type of bread that is your favorite type of bread. Make that the staple for your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you like white bread, go ahead and get some white bread. I personally am a fan of wheat bread. It's healthy. It's got a bunch of wheat in it. Gives you a bunch of energy for the day. So you make yourself a sandwich and you are ready to go for the day. You're tackling life. Look at that. Wheat bread. So I went up to the store and I picked up some wheat bread. I picked up this whole loaf. We've used a little bit of it, but we have the whole loaf for about $6. You can go up wherever you want. There's also wheat bread that's kind of the processed kind. I like the au naturel, kind of the real type of bread. So I got that. But it is whatever you want. Whatever type of bread. It does not have to be this bread. It only has to be your type of bread. So, of course, we have to have bread. Now, next, of course, we need jelly or jam or some type of spread. Maybe chocolate. I don't know. Now, there's two different schools of thought. There's the traditional, where you have the Concord grape jelly, traditionally by Welch's, right? Everybody thinks of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich with grape jelly on it, of course. So that's going to be a #1 contender to fight against, right? Another one that I am a big fan of right here is some apple butter. So apple butter is made from apples. You mash them up, you turn it into butter, and it is very, very good, in my opinion, on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Other than that, though, you do not have to have grape jelly or apple butter. You can get strawberry jam, you can get strawberry jelly, you can get peach jelly, whatever kind of jelly you can get. If you like it, go ahead and throw it on there because it's going to be delicious. So, I am personally a fan of grape jelly, so I think I'm going to use the grape jelly, though. Now, last but not least in our ingredients list before we get started, there's two schools of thought. Everybody knows them. It's the war between the peoples. Creamy or crunchy peanut butter? I know what you're thinking. I know. Some of you are saying creamy. Some of you are saying crunchy. I don't know. So let's look at them, all right, head to head. So we got here our Jif creamy peanut butter, right? Pretty standard. The basic, peanut butter and jelly sandwich comes with creamy peanut butter and the grape jelly. But is it really all that it's chalked up to be? That's what we're going to find out today. Also, on the other side, we have crunchy peanut butter. Now, obviously, you're probably wondering, what is the difference between creamy and crunchy peanut butter? Well, crunchy peanut butter is, one, just better. It's actually scientifically proven. Two, it's just got extra peanuts in it. So you get a little bit of crunch in your bite when you're eating the sandwich, right? So if you are more of a fan of the crunchy, or maybe you're more of the fan of the creamy peanut butter, the division will still continue, I'm sure. So, we got all our ingredients. I personally am going to choose the crunchy peanut butter as I am a fan of a little bit of a crunch with my crust and the peanut butter. It just really brings it all together for me, okay? So, I'm going to choose the crunchy peanut butter. Again, the Concord grape jelly, and, of course, our wheat bread that we need to make the sandwich. Right. So, now we got all of our ingredients, right? We got them all right here. You can't really see them. All right. So, first things first, I'm going to take out 2 pieces of bread, right? So you're going to take out 2 pieces of bread. We got 2 pieces of bread here. And I'm actually going to move this camera so you can hopefully see it a little bit better. All right. So we got our 2 pieces of bread, and we got our grape jelly, and we got our crunchy peanut butter. Now, some people like to think that you can do the crunchy peanut butter first, or the peanut butter first, or the jelly first. Really, it does not matter as long as one is on one side and one is on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the crunchy peanut butter. All right. So you want to take a big old scoop full of that. You don't want to put too much, though. You really got to kind of be delicate with it, because if you put too much peanut butter, you're just going to be running for some milk, and it's not. It's all about the proportions, really. So I think something like that. Probably about, half a cup of peanut butter, quarter cup, third cup. really it's your own preference, but I would say a half cup of peanut butter or like a quarter cup, something around that is a great start, right? So we got it evenly coated, right? It's on the side here. You want to try to get it over as much as you can. And you can see, of course, these little peanuts in here that are going to make it delicious. Now, on to the next part in the other half of our peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We have our Concord grape jelly here. We're going to take a little bit of this. And we're going to spread it out. Right? And you don't want to put too much, just the same as the peanut butter. You don't want to put too much. I'd say that's a perfect amount, right? It's enough that you can spread it around. And the jelly, you're going to have to mash it a little bit. I prefer to mash it. It really massages the flavor into the sandwich. And you can really just taste the extra flavor that you really put the work into it. You want to spread it and you kind of massage it just like this, and it's just going to make it taste delicious. So again, as same as the peanut butter, you want to evenly coat this sandwich, right? And I would say probably about a third cup of jelly. You don't want to overdo it because then the mixture is going to be disproportionate and you're just set up there to fail. It's not going to be good. All right, so now last but not least, of course, you need to take the two and make them one. This is the holy matrimony, the marriage of the two halves. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take these, right, and you want to kind of line them up. If you have some type of bread, just like I have here, that's a little bit more of like a semicircle shape, you want to make sure to match them up, because if you don't match them up, you're going to be out of luck. So as you can see here, right, I matched them up. Got a little bit of spillage right there. That's okay. That's okay. It's all going to the same place, right? And then for the extra little artistic touch, I like to just try to cut it down the middle. Again, you want to be very careful with this while you're doing it. And you're going to cut right down there. Make sure not to cut yourself. And boom. All right, so let's wrap up. So we got our sandwich here. It is already made, but let's make sure we remember our points, right? So you got to make sure to choose which type of peanut butter you want. Do you want the creamy? Do you want the crunchy? Do you want some other type of peanut butter? Maybe the gluten-free or the vegan peanut butter. It's up to you. Again, second point, you want to start and choose your type of jelly or jam. You do not have to go with the traditional grape, though I prefer it, but that is up to you. And of course, third and most importantly, you need to start with your bread. If you do not have bread to spread it on, you're going to have a bad time and you won't have a sandwich really. It'll just be a sloppy mess. And that is my 3 points for making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Peace.